Hello everyone, this is Tim from Arcana. In today's MEVO White Belt training video, we're going over installing and upgrading your MEVO application. I've provided a quick to-do list for those of you who just want to leave this video on pause on your second monitor or to take a quick screenshot. I'm mostly just going to explain as we go because it is really quite simple. Let me jump over to my lab server. All I have to do is open up my web browser and navigate to our download site, fs.arcananet.com, and then log in with my account. Once I'm logged in, I am looking for whatever is the latest version of MEVO that says new installations. Now, some of them say upgrades, and the difference between the two is the one that says new installations comes bundled with SQL Express. Since we're just installing a small little lab environment, that SQL Express server will be plenty enough for me. If you're doing this in a production environment, you may want to use a fully licensed SQL server. Once that's downloaded, I'm just going to go to my downloads folder and extract that .zip file that I retrieved. And after a few moments, I will be able to open up the actual directory. And I'm just going to right-click the setup.exe and run it as an administrator. Most of this installation is just going to be clicking next throughout the prompts, so I'm probably going to end up speeding this video up quite a bit. The only things to note as we do get through this install process is if you are installing SQL Express on the server, for some performance gains, it would be wise to install the application and the data paths of your SQL server on separate drives. Eventually, I will be asked where I'd like to install the MEVO server, and I will also install that on its own drive. As I start to click next through more of these prompts, the MEVO installer will just continue to do its thing. And after a few moments, your server will be finished installing. When this happens, you will need to restart the server, so I will just click finish and the server will restart on its own. I'll go ahead and fast forward the video at this point, and we will come back when the server has finished rebooting. Okay, so our server has finished rebooting. I have my RDP session here. And what I can do to test that our server has successfully installed is I can open up a web browser and just go to https localhost/MEVO. Once this page has displayed, I should be able to log in with the default credentials. The other way I can test is let me minimize my RDP session here. And let me open up a web browser and navigate to that server's IP address /MEVO. I should also be able to reach the GUI from here and log in with the default credentials as well. That pretty much covers the installation. The only other thing left to cover now would be the upgrades. To do an upgrade, we recommend you take a VM snapshot of the server beforehand. This is because if you run into an error during your upgrade, you can simply roll back the snapshot. I'm not going to do it for this video, but you should definitely do it for your environment. What I'm going to do, because my server was just freshly installed, is I can just go straight to our fs.arcananet.com website. And I will look for the latest version for upgrades. In this case, it looks like it is 8.16.5, so I'll download that. And once that has finished downloading, I will follow the same steps. I will extract the folder, then I will go to the setup.exe, right-click and run it as administrator, and click next through the prompts. Once again, when the upgrade has completed, you will need to restart your MEVO server. There are a couple things to note during the MEVO upgrade. While you're upgrading the server, the MEVO GUI will not be accessible, which means you won't be able to disconnect routers, nor will you be able to provision new sites while the upgrade is taking place. Now, because MEVO isn't actually part of routing your traffic, Even though the MEVO server will be inaccessible during the upgrade time, none of your DMVPN network will be affected. So you can effectively do your MEVO upgrades during business hours. If you have any questions, let us know.